morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so I'm going to do a quick live right here, ladies and gentlemen. What I need you guys to do is like and share this video. I need y'all to go crazy on the share button for this one. I need y'all to show some love and respect for Marcus Garvey. All right, this is my tribute to him. I did not like how the numbers were in terms of the viewership. I thought, we really need to educate ourselves on who this man is and what he meant to our culture as black people and as people overall, because he gets a lot of respect from other communities all around the world. His philosophies and teaching, when applied to other people around the world, they do great things with it. So I want you to share this with your family. Share this with your friends. Whether you're Jamaican or not, share this video. As you come in, please hit the like button. And if you want to support the platform, the donation link is always pinned, and it's in all of my descriptions of all of my channels. By the way, my name is Bolo V&R, and if you're new to the platform, welcome to the platform. And I encourage you to subscribe. Check out my most important playlist, The Great Quake and Tsunami. Urgent. The link to those playlists are in the description, and the link for the original video of this is also in the description. I will only be playing the first part of the video that has to do with Marcus Garvey and his birthday. All right, this is a throwback, an early throwback nonetheless, but I ask that you guys like and share the video. Shout out to my brother Cutting Edge in the building. I will be listening while this video plays, and I'll be watching the chat, and I'll be communicating with y'all. All right, so let's get into it.
Birthday, I'm a friend. Whoa. One more year on them. Happy R.I.P. press. To your car with the artillery. Real from me heart, no pretend. Yeah. Happy birthday, I'm a friend. One more year on them. Miss Collins, how you doing, baby? Happy on them. More life to your car with the artillery. Real from me heart, no pretend. Yeah. Happy birthday, I'm a friend. One more year on them. Give thanks to life. Next year we do it again. Happy birthday, I'm a friend. One more year on them. Blessings. How you guys doing, man? I'm in a celebratory mood for multiple reasons. I'm celebrating Marcus Garvey's birthday today. Yes. Also celebrating Hot Off the Press birthday today. Shout out to Hot Off the Press. This is her soundbite right here.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Yes.
Tell about them.
That is her soundbite right there. That is her signature soundbite. So I want to say shout out to Hot Off the Press. Blessings and abundance to your mama. Guys, the link for her page will be in the description. All right. Yeah, I'm also going to drop her PayPal link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For those that want to bless her up, you guys have seen, you guys have gone over there and checked her work. You probably subscribe. So if you want to bless her up on the PayPal, I'm going to offer that opportunity. This live is a unique one. I am going to be joined just for a few seconds by the UIC president. It's Marcus Garvey's birthday. I'd send him the link to the live, and he requested, not requested, but he said, if I would like for him to come on for a few minutes before I go into the content, I should just shoot him the link, the StreamYard link. Alright, so let me try calling him. so he can get the message. I realize that, you know. I don't know if he's watching right now. Hopefully he gets that. All right, so without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Garvey is, before I go into Marcus Garvey, hot off the press, man. Hot off the press. Hot off the press. Let's talk about hot off the press first. Today is her birthday, and today is also Marcus Garvey's birthday. The live, there's a video that she did, and I did not realize that, you know, when she was born, her mother passed. You know, and she expressed that she knows that she's here for a very divine purpose. And when I look at her videos and I hear her speak and I hear the passion in her voice, her love for her people, her yearning for them to, you know, wake up and actually smell the coffee and start to move and act before it's too late. Yeah. I feel that energy of she's here for a very real purpose. You know what I mean? So I just want to big up Atta for the press anywhere she is right now. I want to wish her blessings and abundance to her and her family. She's a super hard worker. I think she has a child right now. She's into nursing, and she put out content like it's hot off the press. You hear me? She is tapped in to the news. Listen, I am not even close to her level as a content creator. I can tell you that right now. All right, she is different. All right, so I want to give big shout out to her and what she's going on. She's almost at 27,000 subs, I believe. So I want to encourage you guys to go and sub up to her. I will have her link in the description of the video. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Hey SJ, how you doing, love? So good to see you, baby. That's the link to Hot Off the Press. As I said, it's her birthday. You guys can go ahead and you know what I'm saying, support the sister. Sub up. Right. Her PayPal link is pinned in that video as well, so you guys can go and support her if you like. It's her birthday, like I said. You know what I'm saying? I endorse it. She is definitely a hero in my book in terms of what she's doing here on YouTube and putting out the information that people need to elevate and liberate themselves. We are in a time where our freedom is under attack, and we need more people to step up more than ever. It takes bravery, it takes sacrifice, and those people should be given the respect. When you see me highlighting her on Marcus Garvey Day, you know, this should be Marcus Garvey Day. This should be a national holiday. This man, I think, is the first national hero of Jamaica. And I will be going to some video clips about what he really meant to our society. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me play this real quick. First part right here.
Wisdom Warriors, wagwan from Uno Ear Device. Uno know say one and only Atta for the press.
Only.
Well, my Wisdom Warriors, mighty God of Daniel, appear things are going in our country. Pure things are going in our country.
Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, man, you can't hit the link here. Hello? Yeah, man, you can't hit the link. Alright, so let me play this real quick.
Chrissy, you know see wagwan. Bolo, you know see wagwan. Ivan, you know.
Yeah, big up Atta for press, we see wagwan. Santino, what's going on? We'll be in the bushes. Thank you for pulling up. Sharon Robinson, blessings and abundance, sweetheart. How you doing? Big up. You guys remember, please to like and share the video. Thank you kindly. Mr. Patterson say you're about to hit the link, StreamYard link. So where we at? Right here? Okay. Yeah. Until he does, let me go back here and go to this. Alright.
And see what go on. Director, make sure to forces to keep to get them out. My wisdom war. Don't forget, guys. Tomorrow is going to be my birthday.
Yeah, that is today. This video was done yesterday. Alright, today is her birthday. Like I said, I want to say happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And I want to thank you so much, Out of the Press, for, will it be what's going on? For, opening, being so open with me, with your platform. You made me a mod. I was just in the chat, and, hey, I don't know. You started to shout me out. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? You gave me mad love. And, hey, I appreciate just you not, those things are added things, but just for what you do on the platform here on YouTube, you and Talk Your Mind TV, I want to give you guys massive respect for what you're doing. Shout out to Antoine in the building, man. What's going on, my brother? Willie B? Oh, boy. Good to see you guys popping in the chat. Nightbot, what's up, Nightbot? So, I gotta give her massive respect for what she has done. You know what I'm saying? So I want to play this song right here for her and Marcus Garvey and his philosophies and his words. I hope that they sink into the soul, the mind, the hearts of our people, so we can know innately what we need to do to enable our liberation as a people wherever in the world we are. Our growth, our development, us building, and it's not going to be all of us, because there's always going to be Judases, there's always going to be that. And that's why the Marcus Garvey story is very, very important. For those that don't know what happened with Marcus Garvey, he was one of the first deportees. I'm talking about a man of mad integrity, a man that had vision for his people, was deported from the United States of America. And when you hear what he was deported for, oh my God. Boy, listen. Man, you can't make this stuff up, boy. But this song right here, I know I probably gotta cut this out when the video ends, but now I want to play this clip so you can understand why and what Marcus Garvey was deported for. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Then I'm going to go to a 10-minute video where they outline what he was trying to achieve and how the FBI and J. Hoover or something like that his name, got involved in literally, stopping this man from achieving his objective to empower our people. Alright, so let's get it.
Not a good performance by Garvey. In his closing statement, Garvey's voice carried clear through the corridors and out to the street.
I want no mercy, only justice, justice, justice. I would not betray my struggling race. If I did, I should be thrown into the nethermost parts of hell.
After a 4-week trial, his 3 co-defendants were acquitted, but Garvey was convicted and given the maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. Hoover's agents had the UNIA under surveillance for years in search of damaging evidence. But in the end, Garvey's conviction hung on using the mails to defraud one man, Benny Dancy, of $25.
Marcus Garvey was locked up for 5 years by the FBI for defrauding a man of $25. Hey, the bag of chips, how you doing? I want to say that again. Yo, They probed. They had an FBI agent under the code number 800. I'm gonna play the video. And he was an infiltrator of the Garvey organization. They were searching for evidence to lock this man up. And the only thing that came up was a letter, a mail, something that could easily be deemed as an administrative error. So they charged him for frauding a man of 25 US dollars. I didn't say 25,000. I didn't say 25.
Yeah, because I'm favored by God. Like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have.
Go up, subscribe to the channel.
Shout out to Miss Genesis 1. Got your message. Salute to Miss Genesis. I didn't say $250,000, ladies and gentlemen. I said 25 US dollars. Alright? Marcus Garvey was locked up for 5 years. This man was deported. This man had an organization of black people that was 4 black people working together, pooling up their money. Group economics. So they can have ownership. And the FBI they wasn't talking about violently taking over the United States. They wasn't talking about overthrowing the government. These people were 4 black only, living and depending.
Go up, subscribe to the channel.
Shout out to Miss Genesis subscribing to the other channel. They were, you know, within themselves, you know, depending on themselves, working together, pooling their monies together to own their own, grow their business through the organization because they had a man of vision in Mr. Marcus Garvey. You understand? And next video I said 25 US dollars, y'all. 25. I want you to understand that there are entities out here that with all our efforts to actually come together as black people and really unify and do something positive for ourselves, there's an enemy out here that literally will go as far as use your own people to infiltrate your organization. This is what happened to Marcus Garvey, the first black FBI agent. We couldn't even get in the FBI back in those days, but just to infiltrate, because remember, this was a black organization. The white man couldn't infiltrate because he didn't have any access. It was all black everything. Like I said, these people weren't trying to overthrow anybody. They were trying to build themselves. I don't see anything wrong with that. Do you? Do you? So I hope that whoever needs to hear this, it reaches you. And for the ones that are actually watching, please like and share the video. You understand what I'm saying? So more people can actually, somebody you know in your family that really needs to hear this. Because they be thinking, when people talk about the enemy or the quote unquote white man that has been actively doing all they can to slow us down or not have us rise up and be independent, people say, oh, you're being a victim. No. The evidence the evidence historically is enormous. I'm not saying we should not unite and actually go out there actively to build and grow. No, that's not my point. My point is, you have to understand that there is a devil or devils, small group, right? I'm not saying a whole race of people. I'm saying a small group of devils that are out there looking to slow us down or stop us in our tracks as soon as we start to talk about building and being positive and growing. And they will use any method possible to infiltrate. like looking past the fact that they don't want you in the FBI and making you an FBI agent as a black man just to take another black man down. I'm trying to tell you, this is serious and this is real. This is what happened. Ain't no cap in my rap. You feel me? Next film. Let's go.
And unfortunately, the Prime Minister of Jamaica is not the head of state.
That's not it. Oh, that's different. I actually closed out the video I was supposed to play. Man, I'm crazy.
Keep the island clean.
I'm crazy, boy. I'm sorry. Here we go. Woo! Lord have mercy. Didn't I just play this?
Hoover's agents had
Oh, yeah, I did just play this. So I played why he got, you know.
At the end of World War I, the war powers descended on Versailles to make peace and redivide colonial territories. From the seat of his self-styled empire in Harlem, Marcus Garvey argued that it was time to give Africa back to black people. Some said it was a ridiculous fantasy.
You hear what the man said? Garvey's argument is that it was time to give back Africa to Africans. After all the pillaging of our people and our resources, he dared, in a time when it was so volatile, to say, wait a minute, if the powers that be actually want us to have freedom, hey, prove it. It's time to give us back our land. All right, it's time to leave us alone to our own vices and let us do our thing within our community. Tell me what's wrong with that. Somebody please explain to me what's wrong with that.
But Garvey's slogan, Africa for the Africans, reverberated around the world as his movement spread through the colonies. In Europe, Garvey began to be seen as a threat.
The United States had worked with the British government.
You hear that? Just because the man said, you ain't bull. Yeah, I had this mic, you know, in the vault. I had bought two of them. One of them, I don't know what. I didn't even look back at that to see what's going on with it. It wasn't working, so I just switched to this one. Yeah, this is the brand new mic. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the mat, baby. Y'all already know. Miss Collins don't miss nothing, boy. Boy! Miss Collins don't miss nothing.
During World War I, and they continued that after.
I said Miss Collins, Miss Janice. I be calling you Miss Collins. I be saying Miss Collins too much, y'all. I'm sorry.
After World War I, with a focus on Garvey, because the British government was deathly afraid that the Garvey movement was going to spread revolution. They feared the hundreds of thousands of the masses of blacks under his influence. Undoubtedly, Garvey did stir up nationalism.
Garvey's Negro World, now published in Spanish, French, and English, carried news of rebellion around the world. In Africa and the Caribbean, colonial authorities banned the newspaper. But with over 500 divisions of the UNIA in 22 countries, Garvey's message could not be stopped.
Yo, do you know what they said? What they're saying? This man had a newspaper and they banned it. This is what these people have been doing to black people for years. You ever hear them say, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book? Well, also a newspaper. And if they read in the newspaper, guess what the enemy is going to do? Ban the newspaper so you can't see it to read it. But God, the Almighty creator of the universe, said, nah, it's Garvey's time. And our people was receiving that message, and they were mobilizing. I don't know what has happened to us. Yeah, I got Miss Collins on my brain, y'all. I be talking to Miss Collins too much, so I be saying her name a lot. Miss Collins. It's not the first time. Miss Genesis, you already know. I be calling you Miss Collins a whole lot. Oh my God. You know, but back to the content, man. Marcus Garvey was really moving the needle. I want y'all to imagine if this man lived in this time right now. He was sending out newspapers. And he was galvanizing millions of black people. Right? Do you know who... this is not a good reference in terms of the character of the individual, but Marcus Garvey would be the Mr. Beast of YouTube. If y'all don't know who Mr. Beast, I'm talking about in terms of numbers. If Marcus Garvey was alive today in this era of technology, he would be the Mr. Beast of YouTube on this platform. And let me tell you why. The pull he had when there was no internet of those millions of people, multiply that by like 100, and you would understand the impact he would have in this era in terms of numbers. That's the only reference I'm making in terms of numbers, not the character of the individual, because Mr. Beast's character is on the question right now. There's a lot going on, so I'm just talking about the numbers that he pushed. Mr. Beast have hundreds of millions of subscribers. I think Marcus Garvey would have 1 billion subscribers if he was living in this time right now. Alright? I'm just telling you. That is how impactful this man would be. Alright? And this man is one of my heroes. Top 5. Top 2. You know what I'm saying? He right there. He the GOAT or he 1B. Alright? I'm just trying to tell you.
In the United States, black troops returned from World War I with high expectations for change. But they returned to a country that was not ready for equality. A country increasingly suspicious of radical political movements. In this unsettled climate, Garvey's appeal to disgruntled African Americans with military training sounded an alarm.
So they were, Russell, what's going on, my brother? They were,
because I'm favored by God. Like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look
black
at
men
them.
that just came from fighting for the country, coming back to their country,
Kenny Boy, subscribe to the channel.
Look to build their own community with their own people. I want y'all to put that in context. The government of America was worried about black military men that just fought for their country it was World War I, believe, coming back to America to go within their own communities with their own families to build the black community, to be protectors of the black community, to be providers of the black community. Why y'all think they attacked the black family, y'all? Why y'all think? And my sisters, seriously, big up yourself, Philly Yardy vibes, right? Why y'all think they attack the black family? Why y'all think they attack black men and try to weaken us, right? And the ones that stand up, unfortunately, my sisters, you play right into their games. Some of you, not all of you. There's some wonderful, strong black women out here that understand and they get it and they stand with the brothers, right? But there's some of you that are like Judases to your own people, because you think because you have an issue with a black man that laid down with you, that means you should tear him down publicly, and then, you know, thinking that that's going to empower you, when in truth and in fact y'all should deal with that privately. And publicly, you guys should actually stand for each other, because it's us against everybody else in a sense. All right, look at all the other ethnic groups in America. Everybody has gotten their own. The Asian bill, the J people protected, the LGBTQ people, although they're not a race, they protected. But for some strange reason, black people can't get anything from our elected officials just for them. Alright? Just for them. SJ said, I remember how they taught about Mr. Marcus Garvey in school. They made it seem like he was silly man with silly... Exactly, because some of the things I'm about to read, they don't want you to read. I'm going to drop the link for everything in the description. The philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey, I encourage everybody to read it. As a matter of fact, people from other races read it and use it to empower their own race. Marcus Garvey is well respected amongst all well-thinking communities around the world. I'm talking about all. I'm talking about politically, any space of intelligence that you want to go, quiet as kept. Marcus Garvey is respected in every single area. I don't care if you're a genius. I don't care if you're especially politics, political science, people that major in that type of stuff. If they don't read Marcus Garvey, they ain't reading nothing. This man words resonated with anybody that had any type of self-pride when they look in the mirror. He didn't preach hatred for other races. He preached equality for all races. Oh, so you have your own God? Then the black man should have his own God. So you have your own country? Then the black man should have his own country. I want to ask y'all, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Happy birthday to Marcus Garvey. I'm glad I have an opportunity here to express how I genuinely feel about this legend. You understand what I'm saying? A powerful black man that was actively leading our people into greatness. I'm talking about everywhere in the world, this man was connecting black folks. One single Jamaican in America. Through his words, his papers that he put out, when they read it, it resonated with the people. It was a time where black people was going through the most, man. We was in a war in America and we didn't have respect from the Caucasian man. But we was good enough to go fight their war though. And some of our brothers that decided not to fight the war, like Muhammad Ali, what happened to him? Shout out to Double Speaks, my brother, the pastor, pulling up on me. Appreciate you, bro. What happened to him? Man, they tore down that man's whole career. Why? Because he didn't want to fight in their war. Well, he didn't get respect in his own country. Make that make sense. He said he was 52 at that. That I didn't realize. Yo, tell me.
Attorney General Palmer decided that there needed to be a special division of the Justice Department. He called it the General Intelligence Division. And he picked a young Justice Department attorney who was really unknown at that time, but must have been known enough for his diligence, and his name was J. Edgar Hoover. Garvey really gets pinpointed. Hoover, the Justice Department, were clearly hooked on a fixation on Garvey, which would before long become a vendetta.
J. Edgar Hoover. You heard what he said? Full obsession over Garvey till it became a vendetta. Ladies and gentlemen, they locked this man up for a letter, a mailbox, quote unquote fraud of $25 US. 20. There was nothing else they could pin on this man. He was damn near perfect. $25 US. You hear me? Yo, how many people right now, screenshot Pappy, salute. How many? Okay, Mr. Patterson saying that he's having a lot of rain, he can't hit the link. I'm just gonna text him back. He's good. How many people you know right now, politically, that is under investigation here in Jamaica and otherwise for millions and billions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraud? I'm talking about allegations, and they never get locked up. Some of them, they actually know and find out, and the penalty, they never get the max. They don't get deported. None of that stuff. Because of what? It's all about who we like. Go along, get along, gang, gang. Go along, get along, get. Hey, shout out to KB, Kwame Brown, Bus Light. Go along, get along, gang, been operating for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about, man, they've been around for a minute. Goodness gracious. Sheesh.
J. Edgar Hoover wrote to a colleague, Garvey is a notorious Negro agitator, affectionately referred to by his own race as the Negro Moses.
Moses of the Bible, Negro Moses. Y'all see how powerful this man was? How he was revered by the people? Man, listen. Before I go into the other part, one of the things...
I think Bolo is live, but if anybody has Bolo's Cash App, can you drop it in the chat? Because I pay my taxes, bitch. Let's go. Let's go.
SJ tip $10. Great topic, Bolo heart exclamation.
Shout out to my girl SJ with the donation. Big up yourself, Atta, for me press. Me not sleep yet. But there, man, big up. Kenya! Salute, thank you so much, SJ. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Now, before I go into the rest of the video, a point of order. For us as a people that are serious about actually coming together, growing and building, we have to learn from our ancestors' mistakes. One of the mistakes is you can't allow the movement to surround one individual. What do I mean? We don't need leaders anymore that are single leaders. We need a fleet of leaders, which means if something was to happen, say they assassinated one of us or locked up one of us, or whatever the case might be, we were inactive and couldn't move around. The system which we put in place that is going to empower us needs to be able to operate without any leader. That means it's like it's set on automatic. It's almost like you would say that AI is in control of it. The AI has the instructions to make that wheel turn, even if the leader or who is perceived to be the leader is not there. We know exactly what to do if that person was gone, if that person was unalive, if that person was assassinated, my bad. That is where we need to be now. We need to be so meticulous that it's like playing chess, right? Already reading your opponent's possible line of attack and setting defenses up to make sure if that attack comes, we can withhold the attack, or our shield is so strong that it doesn't affect us at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like in boxing. You could put that shoulder up, right? You put that shoulder up, right? And it rubs off. It don't affect you too much, right? And you jab, dip, come with the hook. You know what I'm saying? You gotta already be reading your opponent like, yeah, you gonna probably try to hit me like this. Boom, you know, you trained, you're ready, you prepared. You said one link can't hold the whole chain. Thank you, Miss Genesis. We need everybody to be leaders. We need everybody to be active participants and understand what needs to be done whenever it needs to be done. You see how the Taliban work? And this might not be a great example, but I'm just talking about specifically how they work in terms of you eliminating one of them. What do they always say? Look at even Hitler, right? You can learn from damn near anybody. You can use some of the same traits in a positive way to have good movements. And what do I mean? I know I might catch a lot of flack for this, but listen to what I'm saying. If you assassinate one of our good leaders that is doing right by the people, 4 more pop up, right? 4 more was already ready to take his place or her place. If you assassinate any one of them, 6 more pop up. They won't know who to look like. Everybody is the... Listen, I remember a story about Jamaicans in America that do drugs on the street. And one of the things that the FBI said, I think it was a documentary, they said they couldn't find out who the hell was the actual leader. Do you know the leader was on the road selling dope like a regular dope man? Like he wasn't the one that was running this entire operation. They couldn't find out who this nigga was. Because everybody was like, that's how we gotta be so chameleon. We gotta be chameleon. We can't wish Marcus Garvey was here. That man did what he was supposed to do. It is our time to take up the mantle. It is our time. We have a responsibility just as much as he knew he had. He did what he was supposed to do. He went through Empress 13, how you doing, love? Said just came back from Marcus Garvey house here in South. Oh, there we go. You see what I'm talking about? I couldn't talk about nothing else today, y'all. I had to talk about Marcus. Today is Marcus Garvey Day. You heard? But what I'm saying is, yeah, blessed earth strong to the king. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, we got to be so prepared that whatever they come at us with, the movement is going to keep moving. And listen, I'm not talking about taking down no government. I'm talking about financial literacy. I'm talking about pooling our resources together. I'm talking about us owning land with water on it and building our own cities. Having our own police, our own soldiers, our own sovereignty like native people do. There is an actual way to claim that. It's legal, it's paperwork, but you got to be educated. You got to be educated. And that's what they don't want us to do. That's why they have all these distractions on these platforms and they allow it. All these artists, the sexy reds, the booty hole brown and all of this stuff, right? A lot of them that some of you might love and you know you bopping to it and twerking to it and bopping your head to some of the dudes, even myself. But if I'm going to keep it a stack and I'm going to keep it real, we are in so much deep-ish that if we not really getting up every day actively working towards our liberation collectively as a people, oh yeah, we done. Oh, we done. Our kids, it ain't gonna be nothing for our children. Shout out to EJ in the building. He said, Bolo, I'm thinking about the Maroons. But I need more facts. Yeah, all you gotta do is reach out to the Maroon leader, Chief Curry. Man, I'm considering actually becoming a citizen of the Maroon and having dual citizenship with Jamaica because I'm not taking no NIDS, man. I'm not taking this new ID, this slave thing that they coming with. Hell no. And that's my opinion. It's a slave thing to me. So they can say, oh, you not putting out no misinformation. In my opinion, that NIDS ID is a whole track. And I'm not gonna allow anybody to entrap me into no slavery. I would be dumb, deaf, and blind. Man, my ancestors would kick my ass after all they did to fight for me and others to elevate ourselves to some level of freedom. Because we're not 100% free. Yeah, link Chief Curry. He shit his, let me tell you his Instagram. His Instagram, wait a minute. Let me get his Instagram and drop it in the chat. Link Chief Curry, man. You know what I'm saying? Chief Curry, yeah, right here. Y'all give me a second. Here, copy. And don't get it twisted. If you live in Jamaica, you can still travel under the native, because they native and they're indigenous. You can still travel. He travels all the time. He's the president, he's a chief, full-fledged Maroon. They got their own government. So they got paperwork. They shit is stamped. They shit is legit. All right, they got a treaty with the crown in England. So it ain't no joke. That's his Instagram right there. Y'all go ahead and check him out and inbox him, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna inbox him. I would love to have him on the platform if he, would take the time out, because that would be powerful. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But let's continue.
Hoover's agents were in the audience at Carnegie Hall when Garvey bragged that the UNIA would soon be strong enough to exact its own form of justice.
When those crackers lynch a Negro below the Mason-Dixon line, since it is not safe to lynch a white man in any part of America, we shall press the button and lynch him in Africa.
Yo, I did not know he said that. Damn. So Garvey wasn't playing around. Sheesh.
The agent reported that Garvey's address was met.
And for full context, we talking about African Americans in that time that was being lynched. They were treated like animals, hung in the street. So I could understand a man that's looking at us being strong and being free. And a man is supposed to be a protector. So what the hell you think kind of mindset he gonna have? You think he gonna be smiling with the enemy? I'm talking about people that was lynching us. I want you to put it in context, because you got to go back to understand the mindset. They were seeing our people being unalived in the street. And the reason why they did it is to get to us mentally, so we stay in our place. But Marcus Garvey had the cahoots, the balls, the gall to stand up as a man, a strong black man, and say, listen, we gonna organize, we gonna unite, and we gonna stand up with strength and protect our own. Alright? And salute the goddamn day. Hell yeah. What do you mean?
Met with great applause and much
Africa, we shall press the button and lynch him in Africa.
The agent reported that Garvey's address was met with great applause and much excitement.
So the people, that's what they're afraid of. The people was co-signing what he was saying. What do you expect? You killing off their brothers and sisters in the street. What do you expect? White man, what you expect?
J. Edgar Hoover had long relied on casual informants, but now, in his determination to go after Garvey, Hoover hired the first full-time black agent in the Bureau's history.
Yo, Marcus Garvey was so powerful that the FBI hired their first black FBI agent in history. If you didn't know that, you gotta understand how significant that is. Their first FBI agent that was black was hired to take Marcus Garvey down. Again, we have the power within, and that's what's scary to them. Facts, Miss Genesis. They already know. Man, listen, if we wake out the Matrix tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you, in 5 to 10 years, we will be a world power. I don't think y'all hear me though. I said, if we wake up out the Matrix, and you see what the president of Burkina Faso is doing, Ibrahim Troy, just think about how much countries there in the world and how much African countries is there. Alright. So give or take, say just the continent of Africa alone. Put Jamaica in there and certain Caribbean countries. The whole continent of Africa and the Caribbean. Right? Imagine a leader like Ibrahim Troy in those countries. And we are connected with our African brothers and sisters. Imagine France that is highly populated with a lot of African brothers and sisters. We are all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. If we wake up out the Matrix collectively, I'm telling you, in 5 to 10 years, we will be the world power. There is no question. I'm trying to tell you, there is no question. And let me tell you how, you know who knows that to be a fact and understands that because he's a wise man? The president of Russia. You think the president of Russia is a fool? Bro, that man knows his history. Did y'all listen to the interview? Did y'all listen to some of the stuff that he released about black people? He knows what time it is. He knows. Why you think he's aligning himself with strong African leaders? You think he a dummy? There is a shift going on. Shout out to the P305. Do you see what's going on in Kenya? The Gen Z's waking up and telling Ruto, you got to go, my guy. We are taking no, we don't want to hear it. You have to, you gotta go. We're demanding that you leave. There is no negotiation. Because you are corrupt and you have destroyed this country and its future by pillaging the people, right? Selling out the resources and being a goddamn fat and greedy mother effer, allegedly. This is what they've been doing. These sellouts, these Judases that's in leadership. Right? And this is why I think there needs to be a penalty for treason, like your life and your family's life. So people won't readily jump and want to become a politician because it's profitable. No. The consequences for treason should be your life and your family's life. Not just you, your whole lineage. I bet you won't mess with other people's lineages. I bet you will stay focused. And that's just my opinion. It might be a little bit extreme for some people, but I'm telling you, if you charge them and their lineage for treason, I bet you when they go in power, they will be very mindful about how they treat the people of that country, and they would do everything in their power to actively grow the entire country. Shout out to Phoenix Rising in the building. They will do everything in their power to make sure the people of that country is going up and up and up, because they know if I mess up and I mess with those people, that's my ass and my lineage's ass. That means I will not exist moving forward. That is just my opinion. Mr. Collins said, damn, Bolo. Yes. I'm tired, bro. Sis, I'm tired. I'm tired of this corruption and this tearing down of our people. There has to be some extreme measures put in place.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
Our people, there has to be some extreme measures put in place for these guys to know we are not messing around with y'all, bruh. Alright? Seriously. We don't got no time for that shit, man. Y'all like and share the video.
He was known by a code number. All his reports were signed 800. That was his code. And his job was to go into Harlem and to infiltrate the Garvey movement to try and find evidence that could be used to build a legal case for ultimately getting rid of Garvey.
You remember what I said? That same black brother that they sent it, that Judas, that was part of the FBI. His whole mission was to find out anything they could find out to take this man down. Anything illegal. But everything was on the up and up. One letter. One mail, man. $25 US fraud. 25 US. They locked this man up and deported for 5 years. $25 US. Are you kidding me? This is just to show you how far they will go to stop any movement that is uplifting to our people. So when I hear people say the system is not against black people, I cringe. I'm like, yo, what? I'm not saying we should be crybabies, but bruh, are you serious? There is a shadow in the dark that is still actively operating the way these people have been operating for many, many years. It's not no boogeyman stuff. They are there. It's about understanding the enemy, learning from the mistakes that our past ancestors did, right? By being so welcoming. Because that's how they get you. Oh, I love everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come into my house. And you don't know, you letting a snake in your house. You letting a demon in your house. And sometimes it's your own people that's the demon. So it's not even a race thing. It's about discernment, y'all. That's why we gotta really lock into God. God gotta be the center of everything we doing. if we truly want to build a house strong, God got to be the foundation, baby. I don't care what you're talking about. Because we are, what's that saying? We are fighting against municipalities and principalities in high places. And that's a fact. All right? These people are in all type. The B-Line show, salute. You already said, that's that collude with the CIA British should be charged for treason. I agree. I agree with that, Philly Yardy. I agree. So, man, listen. What?
The idea comes to Garvey that black people need a shipping line. And he bases his idea on the fact that the Cunard family has the White Star Line and the Irish have the Green Star Line. And he says, why shouldn't blacks have the Black Star Line?
Did you hear Garvey's reasoning? These people have the White Star Line. This is a family. This is racist, right? You got the Green Star Line. So he's like, so why shouldn't we have the Black Star Line? And that's what he named it, the Black Star Line. Yo, if they left Garvey alone, listen, guys, if they left Garvey alone, he probably would not be around right now. And if he was, thank God. But the legacy he would have left of ownership. I'm talking about these people were making their own clothes. These women were locked into their culture to the point that they would not even wear false hair. So their monies was staying within their community. These same people within the Garvey organization was actively funding the organization with their own money that they worked. And they was working in the organization from the jobs that the organization created. Salute to you, Miss Genesis. You know it's love. Right? So what the J people do, Jaff, what's up, my Caribbean brother? What the J people do is what Garvey was trying to achieve with black people. The J people money circulate within their community several times before it goes out, so the wealth stays within. What Marcus Garvey was doing was creating that same environment. Only black people worked in the organization. Black people funded the organization, so the money would stay within the black community. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Garvey would have been responsible for multiple families being multi-billionaires right now in 2024. If he was left alone to operate legally, freely and fairly on an open space of business with his own Black Star Line ship, obviously people gonna make mistakes, but I'm telling you, first mistake Garvey made was he took the advice of people that infiltrated and bought a ship that was, one, not so functional, and two, did not worth the money. He paid like 3 or 2 times the prices of that ship. But guess what he did? Shortly after, raised the funds, made that mistake, and went right ahead and moved forward again. Listen, man. He got knocked down, came up and said, bop, 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 bop. And they was like, okay, so we can't stop him this way. We got to find some other way to stop him. This is what I'm saying. We got to make sure that they don't have no way to stop us. Because there won't be just one. Everybody understands the mission. And everybody understands how to get it done. Down to the baby. I'm talking about from the baby come out. The baby in the womb should be listening to certain type of audio of empowerment. Feeding their mind. So they come out the womb like, yo, I'm Marcus Garvey in this bit. Right? That's, man, listen. We have been in a place of such weakness. We gotta be so actively involved in getting us. I'm talking about, we gotta be maniacs. I'm talking about good maniacs. Right? Yeah, there's good maniacs. Positive maniacs. We gotta be maniacs in present positive word to our people. We are so mentally messed up, y'all. We got self we have issues with ourselves, low self-esteem. We don't stand tall beside other races and really feel proud like the way we should. Am I lying? We need that king. How you doing, Miss Chicago? See, that's energy right there, because she's one of them that always be calling me Prince of Jamaica and giving me that type of respect. We need to have our children really walk around like, yo, I'm a prince. All right, I'm gonna be king of this kingdom one day, right? And they should understand that there's never gonna be one king, because that's the way they chop off the head and the tail dies. No. We need a system of multiple heads. Pause. Yep, that's what it is.
So it is a vision of grandeur.
Black people were routinely Jim Crowed on ocean-going liners. Black folk paying, say, for first-class accommodation often had to travel in third-class accommodation. Black people on ships had to eat after the white people had finished eating. So all of these...
Man, oh man. Can y'all imagine that?
One second, the internet is kind of bugging. So give it a second, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the people that are coming in and showing love to the stream. Remember to like, share.
Tell me how y'all feel right now. Listen, and I'm not trying to incite no violence. I'm just saying. Tell me how y'all would feel if you was living in that time and you was on these ships cruising and you were seen as a less than a man, to the point where you had to eat in these spaces after white people. Isn't that treating you like a dog? Am I bugging?
Problems Garvey was trying to address through a shipping corporation.
His ships would carry more than passengers. Garvey envisioned commercial trade among black communities around the world, with produce, raw materials, and manufactured goods transported on UNIA vessels.
The Black Star Line was in some ways Garvey's Empire State Building. It was this monument to black commerce in the same way that...
I love that analogy from this lady. I love it. It was like his empire. State Building. Isn't that what you said?
UNIA vessels.
The Black Star Line was in some ways Garvey's Empire State Building.
Right.
It was this monument to black commerce in the same way that the Empire State Building was this citadel of white capitalism.
I love what SJ just said. SJ said, we have to quit looking to people to validate us and turn to God for our identity. See, this is why I love beautiful, intelligent sisters in the chat and strong, intelligent brothers in the chat. Yep.
And it represented the ability of black people to seize the day and to have their own economy.
Think about that. Our own economy. Yo, don't the way how Marcus Garvey think in terms of ownership. You know he would at some point have his own currency, right? Yo, if they left this man alone, bro, I'm telling you. But you see, this is where we all have to start thinking and acting with that thought process. This is how they won't be able to cut off the head.
Jacob people on internet giving me some problem on this. I don't know why.
All the stuff that we consume
there we
and
go.
put our money, we really start focusing on like financial literacy, understanding credit, understanding the tax, tax situation in America and how you go around that, because there's ways to, obviously. Trump and all of them did it, and the tax coding, there's loopholes, right? All these secrets that we don't know, if we get educated about these things and really start, like I said, on an everyday basis, put me 6 hours a day into doing something to further the development and growth of our people collectively in terms of generational wealth and ownership. Imagine millions of people, multiple millions of African people in their own homes, understanding that and working towards that. Bruh, with our creativity, our hustle, our grind, I hear Miss Genesis say it all the time, there is greatness within us. We have the ability, y'all. Collective, I'm telling you, we do. Marcus Garvey knew it.
Garvey offered Black Star Line stock for sale in 1919, promising his investors liberation and large profits as they slept.
My parents spent a small fortune in Garvey shares. They were $5 a piece in those days, which was a lot of money. And my mother had to remind my father that there was food and things to be bought because he was buying shares. And Daddy had those on his dresser. And I remember reaching out to touch them. And Daddy said, touch them and feel the power that the black man will someday know.
Just months after his first stock offering, Garvey stunned the world with the purchase of the Black Star Line's first ship.
Hey, I want y'all to understand how powerful a black man that understands himself is to his people, and how he can galvanize them and lead them into the right path. But again, we're in a place where, I repeated this a few times, we gotta have multiple kings and multiple leaders. Yeah, we got to.
Let our steamship sail the high seas. Not one, not two, but hundreds of them. The stronger we become upon land and sea, the more will be the respect shown to us, and the greater will be the glory.
The man was looking for ownership, right? So his people could gain respect collectively. Money, power, respect, baby. Money, power, respect. Yeah, they look fresh, right?
The SS Yarmouth, a 33-year-old wartime coal boat that Garvey planned to rename the Frederick Douglass, would set sail with an all-black crew under the command of Joshua Coburn, a black captain. One bright November morning in 1919, Garveyites assembled on the pier at 135th Street in Harlem to witness the launching of the Yarmouth. A spectator said, "We watched people jump up and down, throw up their hats and handkerchiefs, and cheer while the Yarmouth backed from the wharf and slowly glided down the North River." The ship appeared to embark on a spectacular ocean voyage, but because Garvey had not finished paying for it, the Yarmouth went only as far as the 23rd Street Pier. But when the Yarmouth finally made its maiden voyage, it was cause for an international celebration. The president of Cuba threw a banquet in honor of the crew, and members of his cabinet purchased shares in the Black Star Line. In Costa Rica, workers descended on the docks to...
Look at that. That one, just making it happen. How, just to make it happen and show that how much support you can get. That's why I say it's going to take a small amount of us to really...
Jenko people, I don't know what's going on with my internet. Oh my goodness, the devil is a liar, man. one good positive video Marcus Garvey may try to get out. I know it's doing this to me. Y'all bear with me. It soon reach the point where it ends. Because I'm not gonna play all of this video, you know. Plus I have a premiere coming up in an hour.
Bro, I'm telling y'all.
Alright, here we go.
10,000 people. 10,000. Not even in a city. 10,000 African Americans in America that has the same mindset and is committed to paperwork to actually come together and plan and strategize on how to build the proper ownership and build the proper catalog and grow their movement like this man did in a legal way. Man, oh man, 10,000. 10,000 y'all putting 100 US a month. That's $1 million US, y'all. That's $12 million US in a year. Y'all got a joint account with everybody on it. However you do it, you know, business the man for that type of processes, and you got other people that are professionals that would know. Maybe you start a trust and everybody's name is, I don't know, LLC, whatever the case might be. And those funds go through their, you know, charity or whatever. I don't know how y'all would do it, but however it is, y'all can legally do it. I'm not a professional at that. I'm just saying $12 million is a lot of money for 1 year. That's 1 year in you guys deciding to do this. $100 a month US. 10,000 you guys, that's $1 million, y'all. $1 million. Just trying to tell you.
To shower the Yarmouth with fruits and flowers.
It was announced that one of the ships of the Black Star Line would be coming to Panama and going through the canal. As a very small boy at the time, and my brother and I were given packed lunches, sandwiches, and drinks, and were packed off to a place called Christchurch by the Sea, waiting to see this Garvey ship arrive. We got there at about 9, 10 in the morning. Midday, no ship. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, no ship, but we were still there waiting. 9 o'clock, no ship. At about 9:30, 10, my brother put me on his back and we were on the way home. But the ship never actually came.
There's no denying the fact that Garvey's Black Star Steamship Line was a wonderful symbol. It was a powerful symbol. But it was nothing more than that, I think, a symbol. The fact that people would come down to the docks waiting for these ships, in some ways is metaphoric for the wishful thinking that was largely at the heart of the Garvey movement.
Garvey was betrayed by the few people he trusted to get the Black Star Line afloat. The man he asked to inspect the Yarmouth turned out to be an informant for J. Edgar Hoover.
Infiltration, y'all. That's why it failed. Infiltration. The Judases, ones that were obsessed in taking this man down because of his vision. Not because, you know, of anything else. And, you know, Marcus Garvey and his team got to take responsibility as well. Because when you're doing something like that, you got to expect pushback. When you're saying certain things, you got to expect pushback. Right? You got to. But that's why I say we got to take the good parts and learn from the things that they actually, Du Bois, right? Take the good parts and learn from what he actually did. Take those good parts and learn from the bad things or the things that he made errors in. Tell him. That's what you got to do. The blueprint is there, baby. The blueprint is there. What African American family owns a shipping company in the world? Name one. If I don't know one, I don't know one. But name one. I doubt I sincerely doubt that there is any. I doubt it. You know how much money is on the sea? Man, oh man. Boy.
And his hand-picked captain, Joshua Coburn, convinced Garvey to pay 6 times what the ship was worth, and then took a kickback from the purchase price.
6 times! So it was worth $1 million, and he convinced Garvey because of ignorance to spend $6 million. $6 million! And took some of the money from that. Ain't that something? If that ain't fraud, I don't know what is, boy. And trickery.
Yet Garvey quickly raised and spent $200,000 on 2 more ships.
Hear that? After he got knocked down by spending 6 times the amount for a ship, he quickly raised $200,000 to get 2 more ships. Man, oh man. And that is what I want to end off on. That was the essence of Marcus Garvey, because even when he got locked up and he got deported to Jamaica, he was still actively doing what he knows, he knows. He started the Marcus Garvey party, all of that. Still got fought, right? That man was dealt with like a dog in Jamaica. And trust me, we have been suffering for it because karma is real. You understand what I'm saying? When you got a hero like that did what, and because of ignorance too, because, you know, we on the plantation, right? So we see this man. Look at this man. Look at this picture. Look at how he presented himself. Right? Isn't that a figure isn't that a figure of strength? Right? Look at him. Isn't that a figure of strength? Come on, man. Hey, and perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'm done with the reaction of the videos. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Marcus Garvey tribute. I just wanted to redo this because I think it never got the numbers and the justice that it deserved. I wish there was 300 people watching this or 1,000 people watching this, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. The value that this man brings to this world, you know, I think, you know, in our community, in the black community, I don't think it's hailed enough. I don't think it's given enough recognition. I really don't, as much as it gets in some places. I see war heroes in other cultures get more respect than Marcus Garvey, and what he was doing was so revolutionary. So I'm asking you guys, you come across this video, share this with everybody, man. Share this with everybody. Shout out to Empress 13. How you doing, love? Good to see you in the chat. Salute, salute. In an hour, I have a premiere coming up. So this is perfect timing for me to end this. Guys, share this. If you didn't catch your replay, catch your replay. It's only an hour and 20 minutes. All right, I got to go. Salute to y'all. Peace and blessings. That's my time. All right, be safe out there. Have a productive day. And God bless y'all, man. I'm out. Peace. We're gonna ride out. We're gonna ride out. We're gonna ride out. Salute to y'all, okay? All right, I'm out of here.